naked. It was awesome. How you doing? Good to see you. They tried to pull me out, but just when I thought I was out, they keep pulling me back in. What's going on, Sylvester? How you doing, man? It's good to see you.
It's good to see you, Jack.
You got a healthy glow going on.
Do I?
Yeah.
Oh man, dude, it's because it's starting to get a little warm here in Austin, Texas.
And you know what? Just for all the fans, I wore pants today. For you.
Jack wore his pants today.
Yes. Easy, Sylvester. Easy.
But I wore.
Looks like you're missing a little bit of yours.
I wore no socks today.
Oh,
see, well, I got hair on my legs, Jack.
Yeah, there we go. Hey, maybe we'll wax my legs next.
No, we definitely are not waxing your legs.
Oh
Jack.
man! But guys, welcome to the Alliance Show. If you are wondering what the hell is going on, go down to the description box. Let me just tell you, everything you need to know is down there. And hey, if you're in the United States of America, scrolling down to the very bottom of those description box, because down there we got the chance for you to enter into a giveaway at the end of the show. 45 minutes in, we will call 3 winners in the United States of America who have the chance to win a shampoo and conditioner set from Beardbrand. I always confuse those two for some reason. See, I go away for a week and I can't even remember what we're doing here, man.
Jack, what's a beard? What's head
Dude,
hair?
I don't even know what a beard is anymore. I went over to the wonderful nation of Japan and no one had beards over there.
Oh.
People were looking at me like I was some sort of anomaly.
Oh my
It was
goodness.
bizarre. But
did you get a haircut while you were there or no?
I did not. No, this is just my normal hair. I've been using a prototype here at Beardbrand, and it's been doing my hair as wonder, man. Looks really
interesting.
Nice. It's staying in place. I'm not sweating it all out. It's awesome.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Remind me to tell our guests about something you just said about a prototype, because there's some stuff that you can get access to by joining the Beardbrand Alliance.
Oh, that's right.
That not everybody else has or will have access to. So that's pretty cool.
We'll talk about that a little bit later,
Yeah.
man. But why don't we take the opportunity to swing the camera around real quick, show everyone who's producing this lovely show. Hey, Randa.
Hey. And I have a special guest here, Julianne. She's the newest member of the Beardbrand family.
Yeah.
We're happy to have her here.
Welcome.
Julianne is our new office manager, making sure that everything goes awesome here, making sure that everything looks good, feels good, make sure that we get our breakfast tacos. It's going to be a good time, man.
I think she's going to do a lot more than Jack.
Jack. I'm more concerned about the breakfast tacos. But anyway, man, we got a good show for you guys on the way today. Got some style consultation. We're going to be talking about the lovely tenet of trust. Well, trust, there it is. And we got some news at the end, so stick around to the end and we'll talk about some stuff. All right? So, man, should we jump into some style consultations?
We should, dude.
Yeah, let's get the first one on. Yeah, everyone's talking about my hairless arms now. Yeah. You know what, man? Actually, a lot of it's growing back.
You know what's funny though is that you the last stream you were here, your arms were hairless.
That was the freshly waxed, and no one noticed. They're like, "Oh, whatever." Jack's got those little baby arms, whatever. And now people know that it's there. All right, whatever. All right, first style consultation. Boom, there he is. Who's this?
Look at that, man.
The page is loading. Let's build the anticipation.
This is
that's a weird name.
This is Abhay.
Yeah. This is Abhay.
Abhay. Hey.
Abhay
What's
writes,
up, Abhay?
My name is Abhay. I'm 22 years old, and I've been growing my beard for 16 weeks now.
Okay.
I've trimmed it once during week number 8, and I would like to know how much more time I have to wait until I should trim it again. Okay. My goal is a square V-shaped beard.
Okay.
Also, if you have any tips of style or hair, it would be great. I love your videos because they're helping me a lot. Blessings from Mexico, and keep on growing.
Nice. All right, man.
Yeah, man. So do you want to take the initiative here to kind of give our audience members a verbal description of Abhay?
Yeah.
And then I'll kick off the style consult if that's cool.
All right, man. So Abhay, I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong, is a strapping young man of 22 years old. Has been growing his beard out for 16 weeks. That's a fancy way of saying 4 months, man.
Basically.
Yeah, and his goal is to attain a square/V-shaped beard. Now, that's interesting because, Abhay, man, that is 2 completely different shapes. You understand that, right? So we'll get into that in a minute. But what we're dealing with here in Abhay is a very thick and dense beard, man. I don't see a single patch in there except for the quintessential 2. That are under the bottom lip, maybe just on either side of the soul patch. But, man, from this side profile picture that we're seeing of this guy, you really don't even notice it. He's got a nice thick mustache for 22 years old. And, man, this is not the beard of a 22-year-old. This is a really nice, thick beard. Yep. It's already got a pretty good, decent brown shape or squarish shape to it. The color of it is brownish. And then the hair, which is interesting on top, is actually black and curly hair. Abe has probably, well, since we're seeing him from the side, inverted triangle shaped face? I don't know. What would you say on this one, man? What would you say for the face shape?
Dude, I mean, it's kind of hard to tell based from the side profile.
Yeah.
So it's not really clear, but I would venture to say if I had to put a guess on it, I would say it's probably going to be like a triangle, maybe a heart-shaped face
in that pointy shape.
But I could be very well surprised, and he's got like an oval-shaped face.
Yeah,
I mean,
he turns
it's hard,
around and all of a sudden we see it's round.
Yeah.
I mean, we're just going off the picture that our man sent us.
Yeah.
But other than that, man, he is rocking an earring in one ear, and he's wearing what actually looks kind of like a mixture of almost like a rain jacket and a slicker material. I like that. It's gray. All right.
It might be a leather jacket.
Really? Is that leather?
Yeah, it could be. I've got a jacket that looks very similar, but it's actual real leather.
Oh, nice.
It's just vintage leather.
It does look really cool.
But yeah, it's a cool look.
All right, man.
Yeah, so Abhay, 22 years old. You've been growing out your beard for 4 months. And man, dude, I think the style that you're pulling off here in this particular photo alone is slaying the style aspect of your beard, of your hair, of the jacket. Man, I think altogether this is a really good, unique look.
Right.
And it would definitely help you stand out in a crowd. Now, to offer some feedback or maybe some style tips and recommendations on how to attain a square V-shaped beard, well, let us know when you do.
Yeah, I was going to say.
No, and I say that very lightheartedly, mostly because those are like two different shapes.
It's almost
but I
like
think
you
I know
can't
what
get
he
both.
means, Jack.
Okay.
I think what he's looking for is that quintessential like angle
Yeah. Okay.
with it being kind of like flat on the bottom.
Okay.
So you basically right where the chin kind of comes down, it's kind of leveled out flat. But then from the sides, it kind of comes down into a V.
So
and I'm
more
thinking
so
that's
than like
what,
that tucked under look, right?
kind of, yeah. So I'm thinking that's kind of what he's going for when he says square V-shaped beard. And man, I think there's a lot of ways to do this. The most sure way to accomplish this is basically to go to a barber and take a photo of what exactly is currently inspiring your growth.
Yeah.
And kind of show him and say, cut my beard exactly like this. I need this shape. And that's going to be the best way to do it. And then pay careful attention when you're sitting in the chair. If you can, maybe have him talk you through how he's giving you that shape, because then when you go home, that will help you maintain the beard shape in between haircuts. And then you can go like a couple of weeks and maintain that shape, until you get to the next appointment. And then it just really depends on how frequent you go to the barber too, because if you're going to the barber maybe once a month or twice a week, or twice a month, then you may not need to maintain the beard in between cuts so often, because once the barber puts those lines in and gives you that shape, it kind of just, if you're dealing with a great barber, the barber's not only working to give you the cut that you want, but also the cut that you need. So when it grows out nice and
Yeah.
presentable.
It's almost like the equivalent of getting a taper on the back of the head.
Yeah.
You know? Like the grow out period is really important.
Yeah, but if you're going to do this at home and you're not going to have a barber take care of that, you can get some clippers and kind of take matters into your own hands, as we like to say. Except I would probably recommend that you go with the longest guard that you possibly can get, and then work your way down. And also, speaking of down, you'll want to take the clipper and go in a downward motion to kind of help give some of that shape to the side profile that's going to give that appearance of that V shape. And try not to go into the neck. So when you come down, just go straight down as if you were coming in a parallel line instead of coming down and under. Because if you come down and under, you're going to end up cutting into the growth here, and you really don't want that to happen. So be very careful, and then take your clippers backwards and go down. So not the clipper facing you, but the guard facing you
so
backwards.
that it's always going in a downward motion.
So it's going in a downward motion, and you kind of want to do that through the entire face. And then You can take care of some of that heel work, but again, you're going to have a multi-mirror setup.
Yeah, it's tough.
And be very, very careful where you end up cutting into your neck, because you don't want to lose any of that length that you worked so hard to get.
Yeah.
But I did have a recommendation. You basically, two things. One, you sent in a photo that we weren't able to get on the stream today, but take that photo to your barber and tell him, dude, this is the beard cut that I want, and let him see that. And then again, like I said, go back and listen to the first part of the consultation where maybe you have him kind of walk you through what he's doing so that you can maintain it in between cuts. But I did have a recommendation for your hair, man. Could we throw that picture of Rami
Malek? Yeah.
Dude, when I saw your
It's like
hair,
a mouthful.
when I saw your hair, I literally thought of Remy because he's got very similar hair structure as yours. The one thing you notice probably about Remy, and it looks like Remy's using Beardbrand products, maybe.
He could be. I don't know. They might have had some on the set
because his hair is looking nice and healthy. And one thing I noticed about your hair, Abhay, was it kind of looks a little dry.
A little bit.
Just a little bit. So that could go down back all the way down to the shampoo and conditioner that you may or may not be using. And
Could be.
Beardbrand, whether you know it or not, offers some really great products. So you can take a look at those when you get a chance. But the Beardbrand shampoo and conditioner are going to help give your hair some life. And anyway, man, like I think if you were to look for a hairstyle, I would probably go a little bit shorter, like Remy is here on the sides, and kind of let that hair do its thing on top. Some days you can wear it curly, and our sea salt spray is great for that. Other days when you want to have it a little bit more shaped up, just like this photo, you can take a blow dryer and kind of work the Beardbrand products into your routine, along with the blow dryer, of course. But yeah, man, that's all I got for him. What do you think?
I like this style. Yeah, so I would definitely say he goes for this. Can we go back to the picture of Abhay real quick? Sweet. So, man, real quick, I would not recommend trying to take on the heel yourself. That is probably one of the easiest screwed up places that you can do. Definitely taking that picture that you sent us to the barber, say, let me get one of these real quick. Do that. Maybe taking the picture of Rami Malek as well. Man. See if you can get that haircut as well, because I think that would work really well in tandem. Because what our guy here is going for is kind of, at least to my understanding, is the groomed look, right? Groomed hair, groomed beard. Now, some guys like to rock the natural hair, groomed beard, or vice versa. I think this guy really wants to go for groomed. So,
yeah. One last thing I wanted to add to is I definitely dig the earrings and the overall style look.
I do, yeah.
I think it complements you well, man, and keep on growing.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Should we gong them?
All right, I'm going to go from the back today. Notice I have not knocked off my little dog yet. I brought a little friend from Japan.
Hey, what's his name?
I don't know. Maybe
we'll come up with a name for him.
Yeah.
Or let us know what name we should give him in the comments.
Yeah, what should we name? Yeah, we got a little dog here today. What should we name that? All right, what should we name that thing? All right,
who we got next?
All right, so here we have Corey.
What's
up,
Corey?
Writes, hey guys, my name's Corey. I'm 34 years old. I've always had facial hair. Usually keep it all the full scruffish stage, which is kind of shown here in the pic. But now I'm trying to grow out my beard for time. Sorry. Okay. Not looking for a beard, but I do want some length of the chin.
Okay.
About 2, 3, or 4 inches, not sure. Maybe just the length of my neck. I've been growing some scruffs since November 2018. I get lined up once a month, hard lines on the cheeks, neck, and upper lip.
My man.
I'm at a crossroads on what to do now because I've had to take length off to match my growing neckline.
Okay.
Now I'm currently not touching it, growing everything out. Been about a month and a half since I last touched my beard. Also, it seems like the left side is thicker and fuller than the right side. It feels like forever and I'm getting nowhere. I use beard oil and beard butter daily. Wash with beard wash twice a week and co-wash the rest. That is a tongue twister. The reason I'm growing my beard out is because I'm losing hair up top, so I want to try something different. My main goal is a natural beard if possible, depending on how my mustache grows out. I like soft, natural lines when I go to the barber with some chin length. Any tips or advice will be much appreciated. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your time, Corey.
Very interesting, Corey. All right. So would you like to describe Corey?
Yeah, so I'll take on the task of describing our man Corey here.
Now, we actually got 2 pictures of him, don't we? Where it's like, this is what he was kind of doing in the past. And then do we have one of like his current kind of longer style? There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, this is. Should we work off of this one? Because I think this is where he is right now.
I think so as well.
Okay.
So as Corey mentioned, he is 34 years old, and he has been growing his beard out for at least the last 7 months or so. And his goal is basically a natural beard.
Yeah, he wants a natural beard.
As you heard in his description, he's been keeping it pretty short on a regular basis, but now that he's grown it out, let me kind of describe what he looks like now. Because you heard the description of what he normally looks like by keeping the lines in place and his mustache in check and stuff. But in this photo, clearly, Corey has been growing out his beard for the last 7 months, and Corey's got kind of like an olive-colored skin tone to him. Very nice skin, actually. Very good complexion. But he's got that contrast, man, because his beard is dark and his skin is relatively a little lighter. So you do get that, you can, you get that duality. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Thanks. Yeah. But Corey's got the quintessential patches, kind of like I do, man. Like, I classify myself as a patchy beard, but I wouldn't say Corey's a patchy beard. He's just got those 2 gaps where a lot of guys end up having the gaps right underneath their lip. His are just a little bit more noticeable.
They're very stylistic, though.
But very stylistic, yeah. I think they complement his overall look too. And then there is some gray going on in the center of the face. So right in the chin area, there's some two-tone salt and pepper action going on.
A little bit of milk on those cookies.
Yeah, man. And so he's been growing it out. Now, I would say for an 8-month beard, or 7-month beard rather.
Yeah.
It's not quite what I would have expected for.
No, it's different than what we normally see.
Yeah, it's kind of like a little more like I would say like a full corporate length beard.
Yeah,
right?
He's really got kind of it's like a grown out corporate length right now.
So it's on its way to potentially being a natural beard, but the natural beard tends to kind of at least come down to like the collarbone.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit, and his is a lot shorter. But Corey's rocking a Celtics. Too bad they're not in the finals this year. He's rocking a Celtics beanie, and then yeah, man. I mean, it looks like it's pretty cold where he's at. So I'm gonna say it's like about 30 degrees out. Now. Yeah. So and then his face shape, man. I think this is a good oval face shape.
Yeah, I agree with you on that
what
one.
I'm seeing. So
sweet. All right,
dude. Let
me take him on. All right, Corey, wanter of natural beard, liver of 34 years old. Let me tell you. Can we go back to that first picture, Randa? I'm going to tell you, man, I actually really dig this first picture of you. I like this style. What are you doing? Don't look at me like that. I like the way he's lined up the beard like this. And usually I'm not a huge fan of the lined up mustache like that. Like a lot of guys will drop their mustache a lot lower than it normally actually goes. Actually, do you do that?
Yeah, this summer I've been rocking a short mustache and then keeping the line keeping it nice and clean around the lip.
I've been growing on that idea. I really like that, and I especially like it on Corey here. I really like the hard lines in his beard. I've been really a big fan of hard lines lately, especially in the neck and especially on the cheeks, and even more so in the mustache now. Because with this, it kind of accentuates the best parts of his beard. He keeps the cheeks nice and full. He still is able to keep a good amount of density on the chin and under the jaw. I mean, you can see it's essentially like a beard fade, right? Like an actual beard fade, not the crap that I gave myself. And I mean, if we go back to the other picture, you can see that at 7 months, it's essentially more like a grown out natural version of what he has in this picture. So if it were up to me, I would prefer to see Corey rock something like this. But if he actually does want to go for the natural beard, I would say, man, there's really not much more you can do than continue to let it grow. I mean, you're keeping the hard lines in the cheeks, I can see in that 8-month picture. But, I mean, at 7 months, if it's only this length right now, I think part of it may have gone terminal. Now, I'm not for sure saying that it did, but there's a good chance that some of it might have, okay? So it might be time to take stock of, like, okay, what's growing and what's not, and what are the best strengths of it. Again, my personal opinion, I think the best strengths are shown off in this style right here. This very manicured, very taken care of beard. And if you are going to go, on a week or other week basis to go get this done, man, I really like this style. It's killer, but the bald head beard look is pretty much solid. I mean, you can do whatever style you want with the bald head beard look, because, you know, me, I'm a big fan of that style.
Yeah.
What are you thinking, man? You're over there sitting there giving me weird faces.
No, I would agree with your sentiments, but I wouldn't necessarily give up at this point, Corey. I probably would go ahead and invest the next 5 months, 7 months you're in. I would say go for the year, man.
Yeah, just finish it out.
Yeah, and just finish it out.
Not
that you're growing for the year, but it may take you that full 12 months to get to that full natural beard that you're desiring.
Yeah, it could
and
be.
Again, I know you don't want to go for the year, but it may take that amount of time, and it's possible. I don't know. It is possible. Anything's possible, right?
Yeah.
But that growth could possibly accelerate in the latter half of the leg. Mm-hmm. So that always give room for that potential, and stay encouraged if you decide to continue on the journey to grow out that beard. I would also kind of realign and kind of bring some focus back to what might help accelerate that growth.
Oh, yeah.
And that is simply doing things like, I mean, if you've watched any of these Alliance shows, you'll know that we've answered questions about like growth pills and things like that. We really don't support that. So, but what we do support is working with your body's natural chemistry. Yeah. So you can do things like work out regularly. Mm-hmm. I would set a goal of 2 to 3 times a week to get into the gym and just profusely work out a sweat. Yeah. It doesn't have to be an hour or 2 hours. Just make sure you get in, sweat, and then get out.
Yeah, exactly.
And when you work out, that also helps with hair growth, and it's going to also hopefully make you look good too, because you tend to drop weight.
Yeah, it just makes you lead to a better. I mean, look at this. I got skinny little arms, and I can still grow a decent beard. But I'm working out. I'm running every week.
Well, yeah. So working out is a big part of the process to growing the best hair you possibly can grow. Is the point, man. Mm-hmm. And then maintaining a healthy diet is also another valuable thing that you'll want to consider doing as well. So working out regularly, maintaining a healthy diet, and then just kind of paying attention to what your body reacts to the best, I think, is the best way. There's not one diet for everyone. Kind of just have to work with what goes with your body. And then the last thing is making sure you can take something, a vitamin called biotin.
That's a good one.
There are pills out there that you can take and consume. I would just pay attention to make sure they're sourced responsibly, that they're pretty natural. But you can get it like naturally through greens and almonds and what else? Spinach, kale,
dark leafy greens.
Greens. So kind of working those into your routine will help you in the latter half of your leg of growing out the rest of your beard if you decide to go down that journey. But I would go back to Jack's original comments and say that the shorter beard that you sent in your first photo, dude, that look is pretty sick.
Yeah, it actually kind of like mirrors a celebrity. Do you want to like?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Can we pull up that picture of Russell Crowe? Because we got to thinking about this when we both like said at the same time. We're like, yeah. So this picture of Russell Crowe in Gladiator at the beginning of the movie, it's kind of small. You can't really see it. So if you want to go like seriously, if you haven't seen Gladiator, go watch Gladiator. It's awesome. But at the beginning of the movie, he has this really short kind of style. Now he keeps his mustache a little bit more natural than Corey did, but he does maintain that sort of really trimmed and manicured style in the lines on the cheeks and in the neck. So if you want to take a note from anyone, take a note from Maximus, Russell Crowe from Gladiator.
Maximus Aurelius.
Dude, such a good movie.
Some whatever.
Don't do the beard he does later in the movie. That's a dope style, but don't
don't do that one.
Yeah, don't do that one. That was a cool style.
But this one is actually pretty good.
This is a really good one for you, Corey.
And I think I also would echo the same sentiments. Keeping it short and working with styles that are shorter, really going to kind of help complement your overall look. And
it goes to the face shape really well too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Sweet.
Shall we gong them?
Gong? Oh, it's all you.
Want me to gong them?
Yeah, you gong them. I got all this stuff in my way. All right, 3 of 3. There he is. Who's he?
Hold on. All right. So I think this is maybe like the 4th stream in the row that we've had a Martin.
Martin.
And
really?
Here's Martin.
We got a lot of Martin viewers.
We have a lot of Martins.
Wouldn't it be funny if all the style consultations were just Martin?
Just a whole episode of Martins.
The Martin Show.
This is also Martin. All right.
Well, what's up with Martin?
Yeah, what's Martin
up to
these
days? All right, so Martin writes, hello, I'm a big fan of the Alliance Show and the Beardbrand YouTube channel.
Oh.
I'm currently 44 years old and I've been growing my beard for 3 months. My goal is to grow my beard for 6 to 7 months. What tips do I need to know?
Okay.
I also need short beard style recommendations. What do you think about my current beard style? Does my current style work well with the shape of my face? Do you think it works well with my current profession at a university? I'm also struggling with thinning hair and hair loss too. All the best to all of you. Please say hello, especially to Jack Milocco. I really like his beard style. Martin.
Which one? There's so many.
You have a fan.
Hey, that makes one. I'm just kidding. All right. So I will describe Martin for you guys. And Martin is a 44-year-old gentleman who's been growing for 3 months, and his goal is to get a 6 to 7 month beard. He wants to know what kind of tips he has. So in terms of face shape, oh man, this is kind of somewhere between an oval and a rectangle, a little bit of both. And we see a little bit of thinning hair on the top and not crown, what do you call this? The front? Like the very front of the hair?
Yeah.
Kind of where the widow's peak normally is.
The crown.
Yeah, the crown area.
Well, no.
No, crown's in the very back. What are you talking about?
Crown is right.
Crown's the top part.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway.
Top. Anyway. Decently thick on the sides, nice straight hair, brunette color. He's wearing rectangular ovalish style glasses. And then the beard is very different. It's got this like very sharp line. It's very manicured, trimmed right across the lip, very distinct lines and everything like that, and gets darker as it goes down. And then he's wearing a suit. All right, this almost looks like it's a professional headshot to an extent, I think. But man, what do we think? 6 to 7 months? I mean, this is an interesting one, right?
Yeah. So, what's up, Martin? Thank you for writing into us, and thanks for subscribing and being a fan of this show and Beardbrand and Jack. Listen, I think if your goal is to grow your beard out for 6 to 7 months, you're already 3 months into that. So
I was gonna say, you've
got
your way,
3
Martin.
or 4 more months left to go. So I would just, at this point, that now that you've made it out 3 months, I probably would encourage you to go 30 days without trimming anything. So take the next 30 days and kind of break up the next 4 months in sessions, right? Yeah. So the next 30 days, I would grow just without trimming. So don't trim the mustache, don't trim the cheek, don't trim the neck, don't trim anything on the beard, because if your goal is to grow it out for that period of time, then you got to give it time.
You got to give it that time.
So, it sounds pretty rudimentary, but it's the honest truth, because anytime you set out to grow your beard for more than 3 months, you just got to give it time and kind of be intentional. So put some intentionality and not like you are right now where you're lining everything up. Just don't line it up. Now, take that with a grain of salt because your hair might grow really fast like your beard might grow really fast. And if you're in a professional environment, there's no other thing that you could give yourself and the people around you in your professional environment, probably then making sure that at least your neckline is clean.
That's a big one.
And
maybe the cheek line too.
And the cheek line. I mean, if it's growing up into up to the cheekbone there, you definitely want to line that up too. But try to set it out. Let's say you take 2 weeks and grow it without trimming, and then the next 2 weeks will help get you to the full month, the full 30 days, and see if you can do it without any trimming. And then from there, you've just got 3 more months left to go. Yeah. And at that 5th month, 6th month, you really shouldn't need to be maintaining the neckline anymore because
grown over it.
It's going to kind of grow out. Yeah. And I don't know, man. I think if anybody has maybe a good there's somebody to look up to in terms of growing out your beard. There's plenty of resources out there, but one of the ones that I think you should consider is a guy by the name of Greg Brzezinski.
Gregory Brzezinski.
You might know Greg from the Beardbrand YouTube channel.
Let's see that picture of what Greg is at 6 months.
Greg's got a great beard when it comes to that 6th month period.
Beard's so big, he's taking up my space.
Yeah, man. And like,
there he goes.
You can see here that Greg hasn't really, he might, in this actual photo, he may have trimmed his mustache, but he's let that mustache grow.
He let it go to a certain point, more so than Martin.
He's kind of put in the time to let that mustache grow and let his beard grow. And Greg's ironically in a shirt and tie as well. So, it is possible for you to grow your beard and have a nice big beard with a shirt and tie. I think it's a really cool look for business professionals as well. So
it's such a cool clash because it's like the beard's not really known for that, but
yeah,
I really like the way Greg makes it work.
Yeah, definitely. Greg makes it work.
Hey, Greg's in here.
Hey, look at that.
There you go. How you doing,
What's
Greg?
up, Greg?
Hey, that's you. Yeah.
What are your thoughts, Jack?
No, man. So can we go back to Martin real quick? Sweet. All right. Let me address the elephant in the room real quick. Martin. You spelled my last name wrong in the picture or in your email. My last name's not Milocco. M-O-L-L-O-K. For shame. No, I'm just kidding. Milocco. All right. Anyway, so man, no, I do think that it's one of those things where I think that Martin should let it go a little bit more natural. In this picture, it's very, very manicured. And I'd like to see a little bit more done to it in terms of like letting it go. I know we just said for Corey that we really like the manicured style, but because Martin keeps everything else so neat and proper, I think he's got the opportunity to go a little bit more natural. I mean, you look at Greg's beard and it's like a controlled chaos, right? There's a lot of hair and there's a lot of things being done to it, but at the same time, he doesn't trim it that much. He just takes care of it. So I think Martin can do the same thing, letting things grow, keeping care of the cheek line and the neckline to an extent. Once he gets to a point, he doesn't really have to worry about the neckline because it'll get covered up, but keeping an eye on that neckline or on the cheek line, and then letting that mustache go a little bit. Because in this one, part of it can tend to look a little unnatural when you keep it so maintained. And it works for some guys that they keep it really short, but in Martin's case, he's let it grow out a little bit to the point where it can almost look a little uncanny as it grows out. You know what I mean? So that would be my example, or at least of what to do for Martin's case.
Yeah, I think that's some good feedback. I'll move up to the hair just to kind of give a thought on that. And I like this hairstyle on you. Obviously, it's receding and thinning just a little bit up on the in the front part of the head. Mm-hmm. I believe they call it like it's a one zone. Like your head is defined as 1, 2, and then 3 in the back. Is what I've been learning. So. It is thinning in that one area, in that one zone, that number one zone. But, dude, I don't think you have to necessarily shave. I don't think you need to go to a shorter haircut. I think you can just continue to maintain exactly what you're doing. Yeah. If you wanted to switch it up, depending on where you are in the world, and it's a little warm there, let's say you're in Austin, Texas, where it gets up to 107 is the heat index sometimes.
Just hell.
Then you could potentially get like a low fade with like a one guard, not bald fade, but like a 1 or 2 fade, and kind of have your barber kind of blend that up, so it's nice and not so low, but not so high, because then you kind of have to have that striking balance. Otherwise, it starts to look a little strange. But yeah, I think you could go a little shorter on the sides and maintain the length on top, continue to work that style that you're working, especially grabbing yourself some good quality products like our shampoo and conditioner. Yeah, sure. And then also some sea salt spray.
A little sea salt spray, buddy.
Will really go a long way, especially with your style hair. I would imagine your head hair is a little more on the thin side, like the texture of it. Yeah. Straight and thin, which is very similar to Eric Banholtz. Banholtz has very fine hair. And so you've also, I would assume you've got fine hair too, but sea salt spray, man, is going to go a really long way for you. So
absolutely. The next part is, man, if you want to go shorter, Martin, you got a really structured head. I know that's kind of a weird thing to say, but man, you got a lot of structure going on. Like if you were to drop down to a shorter style, man, you got like the Jason Statham look going on. It would work really, really well on you. Yeah. All right.
And the suit.
Yeah, the suit. That's a nice suit.
The suit's killer, man.
I like the little... On the lapel, he's got the 2 marks. That's nice.
Well, those are buttonholes.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, and they're just outlined with
okay, like a different trim
with a different color of thread. Oh. It's kind of a nice
how much
accent.
I know about suits.
Yeah, it's a nice accent.
Yeah. All right, man.
Shall we gong them?
We shall. All right.
You gong them, man.
Here we go. Gonna hit it from the front this time. Ready?
Boom. Oh,
still
nice
not knocking off
one,
my dog.
Man.
All right, there we go.
Nice soft one.
Okay, Sylvester, let me ask you something.
What's
you trust
up?
Me?
Do I trust you?
Do you trust me?
I do trust you, Jack.
All right, let's talk about trust, man. Let's talk about some trust. Today we're covering the tenet of trust. Back there. Am I pointing at the right thing? There. Trust. And you guys know these things. They sit behind us all the time. This news said these are our core tenets of really what encompasses everything that we do, every decision that we make, everything that we think about doing here at Beardbrand. Today we are covering the tenet of trust. I keep calling them tenets. They're more core values, aren't they? Or is that kind of interchangeable?
Yeah, they're core values.
Core values. That's better. All right, man. So we have some questions here that kind of come from our memo book. This was a product that was available on our website, a little field note kind of thing, and they had these questions in there.
Well, the book is actually, if you ever purchase an order from Beardbrand, it comes free with that order.
That's right.
And so, man, if you've never pulled the trigger on putting in an order from beardbrand.com, you get more than just your products. You also get this cool little like thank you welcome kit, and in that kit is included this memo book. So,
and that's where these questions come from.
Yeah,
that we're going to talk about today, man.
Yeah,
but man, and it feels kind of weird asking each other these questions. Randa, would you like to ask these questions?
Sure.
And participate in them?
Yeah,
sure,
we definitely want Randa's take on it.
Yeah, I like to get your take on these too.
All right, so here we go.
Sure.
What a weird transition I have.
Hey.
Will you live a life with the foundation of strong convictions?
No.
Do you want to go first and answer that question?
I went first last time when we talked about freedom.
I'm happy to go first.
So, Sylvester, will you live a life?
Yeah, I don't think that there's any other way to honestly live. I wanted to kind of give my definition of what trust means to me.
Sure.
I think trust, everybody should have an opportunity to define what freedom, what trust, and what hunger means to them.
Yeah.
For me, I have my own take on it.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be appropriate to share
Sure.
with you guys. But one definition of trust that stood out to me is the assured reliance on the character, the ability, the strength, or the truth of someone or something. Right? That's one definition.
That's like a textbook definition.
Yeah, that's like a
right?
textbook definition of what trust means. So for me, if you were to put that in SLC's words, or Sylvester words,
Sylvester talk.
Trust to me is the ability, or it means to have faith or complete confidence.
Complete confidence.
That's what trust means.
Okay.
Trust means to have faith or complete confidence.
Okay.
It also means to have a connection. I don't think that you can fully have a connection without some degree of trust.
Right.
And then, that being said, once that trust is earned,
right,
I think it's the element that binds all relationships. Okay. So, this one time I want to share a quick story.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I said, the question was, will you live a life with the foundation of strong convictions? And I don't think that there's any other way to do that outside of the spirit of trust, right?
Okay.
So I think that I was going to share a story.
Yeah.
There was this one time I was hanging out with family.
Sure.
I think it was probably Christmas or one of those holidays where everybody gets together.
Right.
And I was sitting in this chair and I was having a good old time conversating, spending time with my family. And enjoying those moments. And I got up, and when I came back, I sat in this chair, and they had told me that this chair was something like, just be careful, something's wrong with this chair. We don't know, right?
Yeah.
And so I sat in the chair when I got back, and I literally fell.
It just
like the chair
tumbled.
The chair just gave way, right?
Really?
Yeah. So once I got that chair back up, it wasn't broken. I think the leg maybe had slipped off or something, and put it back. But I had an issue with that chair. Like,
the trust was broken.
The trust was broken, man.
The trust literally was broken.
So, sometimes I think of trust as like this really fine, like a chair or like a fine piece of glass. Like, obviously, glass can be broken, but it's got to be treated with a certain elegance. It's got to be treated with a certain level of respect.
Right.
Because glass is beautiful to look at, but glass can also get scratched if it's not handled right.
It's very easy to hurt.
It could also get broken if it's not handled right. So to trust, I think, is to have faith and complete confidence, to have a connection. And then once it's earned, it's really the element that binds your relationship. And for me, that damn chair.
That chair is a good personification.
That chair it didn't bind my relationship with it.
Didn't stand up to the test, literally. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's interesting. Do you think that people ever struggle building that foundation of trust? I think that's something that a lot of us actually do have issues with.
Well, I don't want to take away from Randa's question, but one of the questions I think that was that we were going to ask was like, how do you become open to trusting others instead of relying on your personal bias, right? So, to answer your question, I think people are not perfect. We're all human.
Absolutely.
There's the human element to all of us, everyone in the world.
Right.
Poops and
throws
up. I mean, we're all human, right? So we all have imperfections. But you have to give time for trust to develop. I think it's not long before you rely on that trust to help guide you. And
how do you think you can be open to forming that time though? Like,
do
you think it's literally just you have to devote that time? Like, other than that,
yeah, man, it's just at some point you gotta take a step of faith and
make
trust
that conscious decision. Say, okay, I'm going to let myself be vulnerable right now. I'm going to let myself understand this person or this chair. And yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Randa? What are you thinking about that? Any thoughts on that chair? No, I'm just kidding.
That chair.
I'm looking at your chair. Your chair looks all more comfortable than my chair.
Well, it also like creaks every time I move, so I'm trying not to move. So I guess this is kind of all encompassing with like the theme of trust and developing it in your day to day and how you think and your mindset. I think you have to start with you first before and kind of going off like with that personal bias, but like you're not going to be able to completely trust your own actions, others' actions, how you work in a relationship with multiple people involved, like without that trust in yourself first. So I think it does kind of heavily rely on, you know, the people that you're around. Are you trusting yourself to that's the correct decision for you to be around those people to do the things that you're doing? So yeah, I think personally heavily it kind of relies on, you know, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, how are you supposed to fix something if you're already broken? You have to build a good foundation with you being the start, and then you can choose whether you can, like with that good foundation, then you can trust yourself to make good decisions, be around good people that you can also trust because you know what that's like because you've seen it in yourself.
That's good. I like that.
That's good stuff.
Got Thomas, man, he just said, I think an excellent method for building trust is to focus on being trustworthy.
But what does that mean, to be trustworthy?
Well, you have to also, it goes two ways.
Yeah, it's give and take, right?
Yeah, you got to focus on you being trustworthy as much as you are focusing on someone else being trustworthy.
You know, it's funny is I don't even think it's funny. It's interesting. Out of all these core values, freedom, hunger, and trust, right? Or according to this board, freedom, trust, hunger. There we go. It changes sometimes. Anyway, this is the one I struggle with the most, personally.
Yeah?
Yeah. Trust has, throughout my entire life, been one of the hardest things that I've ever had to grasp, right? And I think it comes from a sense of trying to do everything yourself because you don't want to burden others, right?
Yeah.
There's I don't want to have to make someone else have to do something with me or for me because I feel like that's taken away from their day, that's taken away from their time, and I'll just work harder and get it done myself, right? And that's always been something I've struggled with. So when we talk about these things, this has always been the one that I struggle. Even here, even at Beardbrand, this is something that I struggle with, is that trust. But it goes beyond that, and it's one of those things that you learn how to be more collaborative and how much more you can accomplish when you use that trust to work with other people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because when we do things like this, like where we create, like it's not really a one-man kind of thing. Like,
no, man.
So many people come together to make what we do here, right?
I agree.
So that's my 2 cents.
So to answer the question, will you live a life that with the foundation of strong convictions?
I think I do. I think I struggle with it sometimes, but I believe that I will live a life with strong convictions, with that good foundation.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Cool.
All right.
What's next?
All right. Does your behavior enable others to trust your words and actions?
Are you a trustworthy man?
Yeah, man. I think words are cheap. Obviously, right? There's that old script. Words are cheap.
Yeah.
Words, but I also say like words and actions reinforce the truth or help reinforce the truth that you say.
Right.
So it's what you say as much as what you do. So
okay. Actions speak louder than words, eh?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get that. I think I've got the same thing. Yeah. When it's essentially like that boils down to doing what you say you're going to do. When someone asks you for help, if you're honest with them, if you're forthcoming, it's like, yes, I can do this, or no. Even saying no is building that trust, like saying, okay, I actually can't do that, or I don't have the time to do that. You know, that shows them, okay, you can trust me because that's the truth.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
At least in my opinion. What about you, Randa? I see you put down that mic. Don't you put down that mic.
Flip the camera around, Randa.
Yeah,
they got to see
man.
you.
The mic.
Everybody's like, let's see Randa.
Everyone flip the
No. Okay, fine.
guys, yeah. Yeah, shout out to Michael Chavez for tuning in over in France right now.
Wait, what? What's up,
Michael Chavez is going from Houston to France, man, and he's still tuned into the show. That's crazy.
Thanks, Michael. So I guess to address this question, I mean, I try every single day for my behavior to really be trustworthy, and I think that's one of those things that's something that you have to set up for yourself. And are you the type of person that is gonna be that for people? And it's a conscious effort. It's not like, okay, well then I will, you have to have some give, you have to have some take, and you have to be able to not just say that you'll be there, but actually create those actions. And I think also being around a team that has these same values of trust, it's really easy to rely on one another and get feedback, and you have to be able to do the same back.
Right.
So,
yeah, essentially builds the good trust right there. It's a good thing. It's nice to see other people's takes on this too. And stuff. God Thomas is actually putting on a lot of good stuff in there. If you guys aren't reading the comments, go check this out, man.
Yeah.
So I think that sort of builds the tenets of trust. That's how you can become a trustworthy person. The struggles, the goals, the achievements, all of that. What do you think about that, Bird? Got nothing to say about Bird. How about you, dog? Nothing? All right.
What's up, dog?
What's up, dog? You guys named the dog yet? Can you guys even see that from where you are? It's so far away. All right, anyway. Oh, man. So, what do you think? Should we keep talking about trust, or we should talk about the future? What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, it's up to you guys. Do we have one more question, or are we good?
we do. We kind of covered it already.
Okay.
How can you be open to trusting others instead of relying on a personal bias? And I know y'all kind of touched on that.
Yeah, we did touch on that.
But
it's good to just reiterate what we were saying. Essentially, well, it's that time, really.
Do we? Yeah. I mean, well, speaking of that time? Is it time to pull some winners?
It is time to pull those winners.
No,
it's
yet.
not. I just
Randa still got.
I spoke without saying. No, sorry. All right, shit.
Yeah. So hey, listen. If you are not familiar, you might be seeing in some of the comments here some of the guys talking about the Alliance, and you might be wondering, like, hey, what is the Alliance? This is called the Alliance Show.
Yes.
The Alliance is a private community here at Beardbrand.
Yes, it is. Sure.
And so the Alliance, it started almost about a year ago.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, about a year ago, we kind of ran it. We just kind of started it with a few
just
people.
Like out of nowhere, like, let's try this.
And shout out to those, who helped get it off the ground and who are kind of still continuing.
I was gonna say, there's some in here right now.
Yeah, and then that started out as a. We started it out as a subscription-based type of thing.
We did.
And so eventually we evolved that. And so now the Alliance, the way to become a member of the Alliance, for those who are listening and you're interested, and those who are going to be listening in the future to this broadcast, we would invite you and welcome you to come be a part of the Alliance. It's a private online community here at Beardbrand.
Yes, it is.
For men to talk about grooming, to talk about style, to talk about hairstyle. But it's also a place for guys to invest in themselves and help hold each other accountable to the things that they say they're going to do.
Yeah.
Right? So it's a place to keep on growing, just very much like this, the episode that we saw today, or heard today rather, on one of the tenets of trust, man.
Yeah.
So, the way to become a member in the Alliance is to purchase from Beardbrand at least 3 times. If you've purchased from Beardbrand at least 3 times or more, you might have, or you will be receiving an invitation to join the Alliance. And the Alliance has grown, man, over the last month and a half. The Alliance and the community is thriving. It's growing. And many of the guys can probably attest to that here. In the chat, I saw Arthur was in here. Michael Chavez was in here. I saw Greg Tuberville in here. Greg Brzezinski is in the Alliance. Eric is in the Alliance.
We're in the Alliance.
Carlos is in the Alliance.
Yeah.
We are in the Alliance. We're members of the Alliance.
Randa, not in the Alliance.
Listen, I'm laying all this down so that you have a good understanding that we are always thinking about how we can grow, how we can evolve, how we can add more value for our customers across the board. And so one of the things that we are going to be doing is putting the Alliance show, the Tuesday Alliance show, we're kind of going to be working to evolve that and what that looks like into the next phase. And so that being said, you want to drop it on them?
Yeah, man. So you come here next week, all you will find is a video back the way we used to do stuff. We will be evolving the Alliance show into something that is more meant for the Alliance, man.
Yeah.
We thought about that for a little bit. We're like, well, we call it the Alliance show. It's about the Alliance. Everyone comes in here is mostly Alliance people or people that want to be in the Alliance, right? And so we're like, well, this is an opportunity to make this really about you guys and really more personal experience. And it's been cool the way we've been doing it, but just like the Alliance itself, we evolve. And every step of the way, I feel like we're making it better and better. So from here on out, we will continue this in some way or other on the Alliance specifically.
Right.
Not the way that you know it as it is right now.
Yeah, so the only way to actually be a part of this stream will be to be a member of the Alliance. So hit the link in the description of this video, and that will take you to all the information you need to know about what the Alliance is, how you can become a member, and if you still need help understanding what that is and how that looks for you, drop us a line at support@beardbrand.com. We'll definitely be sure to get back to you and hook you up or take care of you in whatever way is appropriate.
Yeah, guys, we're here to help you out. If you're confused, if you want to know how to get in there, it's all good, man, and it's going to be really fun to see what happens next. It's just the new chapter of something really cool. I mean, for all you guys that stuck around, remember this back to used to be like the Beardbrand live show on the iPhone? It's wild how far we've come, man.
Yeah, back when Eric started this live stream, it was from an iPhone.
Yeah, and, just on a couch, just talking about stuff.
And if you were here for Alliance Con this year, you definitely know that we're not shooting on an iPhone anymore.
Oh man, remember that? All those dudes packed in that one room.
But yeah, listen, it's exciting. The evolution of what's to come next for this show and for the Alliance is really exciting. Anyone who has sent in a photo to style@beardbrand.com, man, thank you for doing that.
We appreciate that.
You will. One of the cool things about the Alliance is that you can drop a photo in the Alliance and ask for members' feedback, men who have taken time to invest in themselves.
Yeah, we're in there too to help out.
But also who may have overcome certain things in their grooming routine that they could pass on to you and share with you.
Yeah.
And so you can see it's a place to seek advice of grooming, of style, and much more than
lifestyle.
that.
Yeah,
man.
It's
so
very much a lifestyle.
Come join the Alliance. Again, it is a free. You get to become a member for life.
Yeah, it's a lifetime membership.
It's a lifetime membership, so you don't ever have to worry about any kind of fees or anything like that.
It's not a monthly thing anymore.
You just have to purchase from Beardbrand 3 or more times, and we'll send you an invite to get in.
There is also a membership that you can purchase for $90.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Thanks for reminding me.
So if you don't want to, for some reason, buy 3 products, or you can, maybe you're in Europe or something like that, $90 is all it costs for a lifetime membership, and then you are in. You get to see whatever this turns into, the evolution. You get to see all of us in there. It'll be awesome, man.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to seeing you there. So please keep tuned to the Alliance to see what we're doing and all the fun stuff that we're coming up with, man, because it's going to be cool.
Yeah. Do we have some winners, Randa?
Do we have some winners?
Yeah, we do.
Sweet. Let's call them out.
Congrats, Blue Gorilla 2007, Taylor Dakota 67, and Oswaldo Hurtado.
All right.
Shall we go?
That's 3 winners, 3 gongs, man. With Bird. There we go. Congratulations, Blue Gorilla, Taylor, and Oswaldo.
Oswaldo Hurtado.
Oswaldo. Congratulations, guys. Congrats. Guys, thank you so much for sticking around. It's been so much fun doing these. I keep saying it's like, oh, it's the end. No, it's
no, dude.
It's the end of one chapter and the beginning of something new. It's like when we switched over to like getting the microphones or getting the new set. Man, it's a good time.
What else?
But yeah, I guess that brings us to the end. I mean, if we want to look at some comments, if anyone's confused, you can say anything here. I'm surprised no one's like, whatever.
Cool.
It's cool.
Just next week, next Tuesday, instead of watching the show, go follow this link that we have and get in there.
Go check out the Alliance, man. We got some cool stuff
and
coming.
We'll keep updated in the Alliance on anything new to come.
The Alliance is probably one of the best places to learn anything about Beardbrand, anything that's coming up. I mean, you were even saying something earlier about what I put in my hair. Yeah, what was that all about? The prototype
that's
thing?
right. Yeah. So listen, another cool perk about being in the Alliance.
Mm-hmm.
So listen, not only do you get access, boy, we would need a whole show to really kind of dive into all the benefits of it, right? But one of the benefits of being a member in the Alliance is we are constantly looking to evolve. And funny enough, we're constantly looking not only to evolve how we do things, but develop industry-leading products, men's grooming products for your hair, for your skin, for your body, and things developing products that are going to help you look and feel pretty amazing. But listen, part of being a member in the Alliance is that you get access to these new products before anybody else.
Yeah.
So before they even hit the market,
I don't even get these things.
Before they hit the public marketplace and a new product comes up, you have the opportunity to have access to those before anybody else in the community. And then also there's another cool thing that we are doing too. You get to kind of, well, not always. You just got to be a member of the Alliance, man.
Yeah. We don't want to spoil anything, man. Just come on in there. You never know. So if you are at that one purchase thing right now, get yourself a little mustache wax, get yourself a little beard oil, treat yourself. And then before you know it, bam, you are in the Alliance, man. Or if you're like, oh, maybe this sounds pretty cool. I want to try out that, lifetime membership. Now's a better time than ever, man. Come on and get in there.
Cool.
Sweet,
hey,
man.
Drop us a line. Let us know what trust means to you in the
Absolutely.
comments. If you want to go back and watch the previous episode on freedom, I think that was last month.
That was our last one, yeah.
Episode on freedom. And drop us a line. Let us know what freedom, let us know what trust, and then let us know what hunger also means to you, man.
Yeah.
Let us know how you use these things to keep growing.
Yeah, absolutely. So, man.
So with that being said, is that it?
I think that's it. I think we'll end just a minute or two earlier than we usually do. But I think that's all she wrote, man. It's been fun for this chapter as we continue to evolve, man. And hey, as we say in our tagline, man, we are going to continue to keep on growing.
Keep on growing, man.
Yeah. Thank you for tuning in, guys. See ya. And congratulations to the winners, by the way. And also